do things differently this year? We couldn't meet in person for obvious reasons. So for a couple months, we sat around scratching our heads about how to create business development opportunities, how to problem solve, how to combat climate change in this sort of new digital world that we exist in. The basis for our discussion over the last 6 weeks has been these 4 overarching keywords, and we're going to dive deeper into this on our final panel today. But the entire ethos of the way that we've approached the hackathon, the programming, the partnerships that we've been set up are around the idea of doing urban development differently. How, with these 2 minds coming together, the Nordic and the American approaches, can we look at things through an international lens, through a development lens, through an equity, and with a new approach to thinking about problem solving. The hackathon was built around this curriculum. The idea was to draw a common red thread between different themes in the Nordics and Minnesota around urban development. We did this with a series of 1-hour lectures on Tuesdays and 1 hour, sometimes a little bit longer, co-collaboration activities where we met online on Thursdays. The entire journey has lasted us around 6 weeks and has led to where we are today. On October 13th, we kicked off with a bit of an overwhelming presence. We had, I think, over 80 people show up online that day. And it was really exciting and a great way to kickstart a really interesting conversations that happened, which I'm going to get into a little bit more detail now. With everyone joining, they also had to join the Solved platform, which was a digital platform partner that we're working with out of Finland, where we created an online community. Here, people were able to share ideas, resources, and organize themselves into teams as the process went through to fruition. But I did want to highlight some of the outcomes from our process. In the last 6 weeks, we've had 86 participants register as community members on the Solved platform. Over 20 participants from Nordic companies, 60 participants from the greater MSP area, 4 very active, very engaged urban development projects, which we're going to hear more about here shortly, 3 online public workshops, 1 on holistic design, another one on connectivity, and the 3rd on a business case. We also had a more internal workshop on how to make a pitch. We had 7 guest speaker lectures, all of whom provided fascinating insight to draw that red thread between the Nordics and the United States. We had 5 challenge meetings. It may have seemed like it was more than that, but it was only 5, all on Zoom and multiple sessions, including breakout rooms. I would say that I think we all have a master class in Zoom at this point. I can certainly speak for our team. We, out of that outcome, had 14 challenge teams and more than 14 unique solutions. But the big thing here is that it doesn't end with today. So there are 14 different proposals, but where do we go from here? And I think the entire message for this process has been that this is just the beginning. Urban development takes a long time. I think the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day, and we don't expect to change things with a 6-week process. So on that note, I think it's going to lead